Hello everyone and welcome. So now I am going to talk about how to give your introduction. So in an interview, the first question that you have to answer is introduce yourself, give your introduction, tell me something about yourself. So this is one of the most common questions of interview. So you need to be ready with it, and when you tell about yourself you need to sound confident, and you shouldn't be confused when you are giving your introduction, because you are telling about yourself and nobody can know you better than yourself. So we know ourselves better than anybody else in the world. But if you look or if you sound confused while giving the introduction, then that is a total turn off. So you need to practice the introductory part very nicely, and you need to be confident when you give your introduction. So these are the certain points that you need to include when you give your introduction. The first one is the name. So you're supposed to tell your name. So use my name is. So here I have given an example. So my name is Priya Singh. You're not supposed to use any title before the name, that is Mr. or Miss, because the interviewer can see you. So that is why you don't have to use any titles such as Mr. and Miss, because the interviewer can see whether you're a Mr. or a Miss. And use the age-old process of telling your name, that is my name. Do not say myself, because myself is incorrect. You might have heard a lot of people using this term myself when they tell their names, but this is wrong. This is grammatically incorrect. Do not start with myself, because myself cannot be used in the beginning of the sentence. So use my name is. You can also use I am, but I am is a little casual, so go for my name is. And when you tell your name, be clear and be a little slower. All right, and you need to stop after you say your first name. There has to be a gap in between your first name and last name. All right, so you need to stop for a second after you tell your first name, and then you need to tell your last name. So my name is Priya Singh. So in this way you have to tell your name. The next thing that you need to include is your hometown. So you don't have to provide the postal address. You just tell about your the name of your city, or you just tell the name of your city, or your town, or your village, or your state. All right, so here I have written it as I am from Jorhat. Okay, next is your qualification. So qualification is the one when you have a degree. All right, unless you don't have a degree, you cannot say it as qualification. So now you are pursuing a course, so you cannot tell that as your qualification. So if you are doing your graduation, if you are pursuing your graduation, then you are not a graduate. Okay, so you're an undergraduate, so you cannot say that my qualification is graduation or something like that. All right, so your qualification is class 12 if you are an undergraduate. So if you are an undergraduate, then your qualification is class 12, and you need to mention about the course that you are pursuing. So you can say it in this way: I am pursuing bachelor in pharmacy. You can also say I am a first semester student of Bachelor of Pharmacy in Assam Downtown University. So you need to mention the name of the course and also the name of the institute. After you pass, then you can say it in this manner, that I have completed. So here I have written it as I have completed ME in English in 2019 from Guwahati University. So here I have mentioned the name of my degree, the year, and also the name of the institute from where I have passed. So make sure that you do not miss these things. Then if you have done any other qualification, so you need to mention that. Any other qualification means if you have done any certificate course only if you have the certificate you need to mention that, or else you do not mention. If you don't have any kind of certificate, then just skip this point. So do not say that in terms of other qualification I don't have any. So do not use this. Do not use any negative terms. So if you don't have any certificate, then just skip this point. And if you have done a short term course, if you have done a short term course, if you have a certificate with you, then you can definitely tell about that. So for example, I have completed 6 months diploma in computer applications from ABC Institute. All right, so you do not have to mention the term other qualification, like my other qualification is. Instead of that, you need to just tell the name of the course. You can also mention the duration. Along with that, you need to mention the name of the institute or the platform from where you have done that course. All right, next thing that you need to mention is about your family. So you can mention the total number of your family, like I have 7 members in my family, I have 5 members in my family. Or if you live in a nuclear family, then you can just say that I have my parents and my sister back at home. But if you live in a joint family, if there are a lot of people in your family, then you just tell the total number of your family members. Next is your hobby. Now you need to mention your hobby. So if you have one hobby, then you can just say my hobby is, and if you have more than one hobby, then you can say my hobbies are. So when you are describing, when you are telling about your hobby, then make sure that you say something logical. Do not use hobbies or tell hobbies such as sleeping, eating. So say something logical. All right, here I have mentioned my hobbies are gardening and singing. The next one is work experience. So after you have worked somewhere, so you need to mention your work experience. So you need to mention the name of the organization, the duration, and your designation. And even if you have done an internship, you can mention that I had worked as an intern in ABC Institute for 6 months. I have done 6 months internship in ABC Institute, ABC organization. All right, so in that way you can tell about your work experience and internship. And if you have done any project, you can also mention that as well, the name of your project. Next is any interest or skill. You can mention about any of your interest or your any skill so which matches the position or which matches the requirement of the position and the mission and vision of the company. So here I have mentioned it as I am a fast learner. So learning quickly is a great skill, so it can help you to learn a lot of new things. So when you get a job and when you join a company, you are a fresher, you're totally a fresher, you don't have any idea about the company. So if you are a quick learner, then definitely you will be able to learn the things quickly, and that's definitely going to impress the interviewer or the owner of the company. All right, and here I have also mentioned that I am also passionate about learning new things. So the one thing is, like, fast learners might not want to learn new things, so there's a difference. So if you are a fast learner, and along with that if you are also someone who likes to learn new things, then that's a package, that's a total package. So it's not necessary that you have to mention this, but you can mention any other skill or your interest, but make sure that that matches the requirement of the organization. And after you are done with all these things, after you are done with all these points, then tell thank you, or that's all about me, thank you. Okay, so when you say thank you, that means you have completed your introduction. So this is how you give your introduction, and do not forget to say the thank you, because the interviewer might not understand. If you do not say the thank you, the interviewer might not understand that whether you have completed your introduction or not, and he might like wait for another few seconds or minute, and that is not a good sign. So that is why end your introduction with a thank you. So that's all for today. Thank you so much, everyone.